The kind of joke that's meant to be harmless until it isn't. We were having dinner with a few friends when my wife, Jenna, laughed and said, "Maybe I need a girl's trip to Vegas, to remember what fun feels like." Everyone burst out laughing, but my smile faded the second I saw her eyes. There was something hidden there, a flicker of truth wrapped in humor. I tried to match her tone. "Sure," I said lightly. "Just make sure the slot machines are the only thing you flirt with." More laughter followed, but not from her. She smirked, locked eyes with me, and said, "Oh, please, you really think I could do better than you in Vegas?" That line stayed with me long after the table cleared. When everyone was gone, I asked, "What was that supposed to mean?" She barely looked up from her phone. "It was a joke, Liam. Don't be so sensitive." But I wasn't being sensitive, I was being aware. Because for weeks, Jenna had been acting different. Keeping her phone close, smiling at messages she wouldn't explain, and drifting away in conversations. Later that night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the counter. A name flashed across the screen, Mike. I froze. Mike, her coworker. The one she'd said was just a friend. The same name that had been coming up a little too often lately. I didn't open the message, just stared at the preview. It said, "Can't wait to see you in Vegas, winking face." Vegas. The joke. I set the phone down and sat on the edge of the bed, that familiar heaviness pressing down on my chest. I'd been here before, in that uneasy space between suspicion and truth. When she came out of the shower, towel wrapped around her, smiling like nothing was wrong, I said quietly, "So, Mike's going to Vegas too." Her face dropped instantly. The color drained from her cheeks. That's when I realized the trip wasn't a joke. It was a plan, and my reply had just shattered it. Jenna froze, clutching her towel tighter. "What are you talking about?" she asked, her voice shaky but trying to sound calm. I leaned back against the headboard, watching her carefully. "I saw the message from Mike," I said evenly. "Didn't open it. Just saw enough to know he's excited about Vegas." She didn't move. Then she laughed, brittle and cracked halfway through. "Oh my God, Liam, you're ridiculous. He's part of the work conference I told you about weeks ago." I nodded slowly. "Right, the conference that isn't on your calendar. The one HR somehow forgot to list when I checked." Her eyes widened. She realized I'd already done my homework. She grabbed her phone like a shield. "You went through my stuff?" "No," I said calmly. "I just started paying attention." Silence, thick and suffocating. The next morning, she left early for work, but my gut told me not to let it go. A quick call to her office confirmed everything. There was no conference in Vegas. No one from her department was traveling that week. That night, she came home cheerful, humming as she unpacked shopping bags. She kissed me like nothing was wrong, sweet, practiced, fake. That was worse than anger. It meant she thought she was still in control. So I smiled too. "Hey," I said lightly. "I've been thinking, maybe I'll come to Vegas with you. Could use a little break." Her hands froze midair. "What? No, Liam. It's a work thing. You'd be bored." "Oh, come on," I said softly. "Could be fun. Besides, I bet Mike would love some company while you're busy." Panic flashed across her face. For a moment, I thought she might confess. Instead, she forced a shaky smile. "You're overreacting." I nodded, still smiling. "Maybe, but I'd already made up my mind. I wasn't going to argue anymore. I was going to show her what overreacting really looked like." 2 days later, she left for Vegas. Suitcase rolling, smile rehearsed, goodbye kiss mechanical. I watched her car fade down the street. Not angry, just coldly certain. I'd installed a phone tracker months ago, back when she'd lost her phone at a restaurant. Now it showed her flight's path in real time, except it didn't stop in Vegas. It stopped in Los Angeles. I stared at that blinking dot on the map, feeling something inside me turn to stone. It wasn't heartbreak anymore, it was confirmation. A few hours later, I texted, "Hey, how's Vegas? Tell Mike I said hi." Message delivered. Not read. Then came the typing bubble, disappearing, reappearing. Finally, one reply. "Why would you say that?" No denial, no confusion, just fear. I smiled, because I replied, "He just tagged you in a story." Wrong location. The typing bubble flickered, then vanished. Seconds later, her call came in, her voice trembling. "Liam, please, don't do anything stupid. It's not what you think." "What I think," I said quietly, "is that you lied. Again. But don't worry, I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm just packing." There was silence. Then her voice cracked. "Packing for what?" "For a new start," I said, and hung up. By the time she came home the next night, the house was half empty. Her things in boxes, her key on the counter, and on the table, a printed screenshot of Mike's tagged photo. She was smiling in it. Same outfit she wore the morning she left. Same smile that once meant love, now just a mask. That night she called again and again, but I didn't answer, because sometimes silence says what words never can. You broke something you can't fix.